This is the best of the week on Relevant Radio.
We got Al from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Al, what can I do for you?
Yes, Father. I'm glad you took my call. The question is, Father, this already has taken place. My grandson has married, has a wonderful little baby. He's a wonderful boy. Here's what happened. He went according to her religion, which we attended.
Yeah.
The wedding ceremony, and we attended the baptism and stuff like that. I know other people that have the same, probably same that I have. And what's your take on that?
Well, I would not have attended the wedding. I would have attended the reception, but not treated as a wedding reception. I would have spoken to your grandson first, saying, I love you, but I'm really disappointed that you're not being married in the Catholic form. He could have been married in a non-Catholic church with permission from the bishop. I go through all that. Well, because it's important. Isn't she worth it? I mean, isn't your bride worth going through the extra steps to make this something that your conscience agrees with? So it's water under the bridge. You did it with good intention. Don't beat yourself up about it. But on the other hand, for someone to deny the faith, to say, no, I'm leaving, I want to leave the faith in which I was raised by you, why would you attend that? So,
can you just imagine our grandfather, even a mother? I remember years ago, there was a person that I know who did not attend his own son's wedding.
Oh, yeah, exactly. It's very difficult. And I've done it many times and not gone to family weddings because Christ is more important to me than going along to get along. That to love is to will the good of another. When you go to something because you don't want to cause trouble, that's not willing the good of another. To make a strong point is to will the good of another. I want the best for you, and I believe the best is that you are faithful to the faith in which you were raised. So you didn't love them when you went. You loved yourself. I know I'm being harsh, but, you think, when you say, well, love is to feel good about someone. No, it's not. To love is to will their good even when you feel bad about it. I've said this 1,000 times, that when your kid asks for something that is wrong or harmful to them, and you say no, it's because you love them. If you didn't love them, you say, yeah, go ahead, do it. Go play in the traffic. No sweat off my back. When a parent says no to a child, he says it usually with more love than when he says yes. And we talk about love constantly. We don't understand it. So, Al, I'm sorry that we disagree about this, but I do. I just really, and I mean, I've been through this a lot in my family because, the catechesis, you don't blame them. I think the catechesis of the past 50 years has been abominable, and they may be in a great state of grace. I don't know. I can't judge their souls, but to say that the sacrament of marriage, to enter into that covenant, is the best. One of the reasons that civil marriages and marriages in most non-Catholic denominations I think is not to be followed by us is because they're not covenants. They're contracts. We believe marriage is a covenant. It's indissoluble until the death of one of the covenanters. Whereas most people say, well, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, we'll divorce. We can't participate in that because we don't believe it's true. So again, I'm sorry that I can't agree with you fully, but I know you love your grandson. So let's go to Mary in Ohio. Mary, are you with us?
I am. Father Simon, I was just calling to say thank you. The Lord used you to speak to me today. My oldest daughter is having a same-sex wedding ceremony tomorrow, and my husband and I opted not to go, and we are one of the very few in an extended Catholic family that chose not to go. And today has been a very difficult day because everybody is packing and traveling, and it's a lot of persecution and a lot of loneliness, and it was the perfect time to hear that. So I just wanted to say thank you.
Well, you're welcome, and it's tough, and I wouldn't say it if I hadn't had to do it myself. I think to love is not just to say, "Oh yes, dear, whatever you want." No, when a parent says no, he says it with more love than when he says yes frequently, or she. So that's so difficult, and I will certainly be praying for you.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
You may use the line. Good. God bless you, Mary, and you'll be in my prayers, as will your daughter.
Like what you just heard? Share it with your family and friends, and thanks for listening.